Welcome to Self-Care Tips. I am Lee Njiru, and we're looking at the well-groomed gentleman. Men too should not be left out of self-care. I have with me Clara, a haircut specialist, who is going to demonstrate all this to us. The secret to becoming a well-groomed gentleman lies in attention to detail, as Clara is doing it. She's paying very special attention to each and every hair, ensuring that the beard is trimmed to perfection. No trace of hair is left except exactly where it should be. The hairline is trimmed to perfection to give a sharp, neat cut. As you can see, special attention has been paid to detail because the cut is now a square tapering cut, and it looks very neat, very classy, and very well groomed. And we are now waiting for him to have a facial scrub to remove his dead skin. Next treatment, which is a very important part of self-care, is scrubbing the face. Men, remember, your skin matters. You need to look nice, you need to look polished. And we're going to have his skin polished by Carol. This process is called exfoliation, or removal of the dead skin. Everybody's skin has a build-up and it needs to be removed frequently. This helps to keep the skin clear, fresh, and most important, it works to providing a solution to ingrown beard hair, which a lot of men suffer from. So always have a facial scrubbing done at your next trip to the barber shop, or you can do it yourself at home as part of your self-care. It is then washed off carefully with special attention being paid to the eye area and the nose, where there's usually an accumulation of dead skin. Moisturizer is very important to lock in much needed moisture. Most men tend to neglect this part of skincare, and this leads to them having dry skin. With a perfect haircut, polished skin, and good shoes, anyone can be the perfect gentleman. This has been Self-Care Tips. I am Lee Njiru.
The National Treasury and Planning is inviting members of the public to participate in the public hearings for the 2022-2023 financial year and medium-term budget proposals from 13th to 15th October 2021 at the KICC Amphitheatre Hall. Various sectors will give their presentations during the hearings that will run from 9 a.m. each day. Be part of the budget-making process by giving your views and recommendations on the budget either physically or virtually via a link that will be provided on the National Treasury website and official social media platforms. Public participation is one of the key principles underpinning budget preparation process, and you are encouraged to participate. For more details, visit our website at www.treasury.go.ke.
Hey, he's not my friend. He's an acquaintance.
Such a thug. And trust me, one day you pay for it.
Please, undo exactly what I tell you to.
Okay, Tanya, I will not sign anything unless I know what's happened. See, the only thing that I agreed to in this stupid plan of yours was to get my mother's health back.
You don't have to advertise it to the whole world.
Thank you for joining us on the Legends edition this Saturday evening. Of course, we are still in a very, very somber mood here at Kenya Broadcasting Corporation after losing one of our very own, Badi Muhsin, who was a veteran broadcaster. I met him in the 1980s, and of course we met again when we joined KBC for the relaunch of the Legends edition. It is a very, very sad, somber mood at KBC, and we send our condolences to the family of the late Badi Muhsin. Well, later on this evening, we are going to be hosting one of our greatest sons who have traversed this land, none other than Lee Njiru, who was a personal secretary to the late former President Moi, and also worked for the founding father of this nation, Jomo Kenyatta. So please don't go away. It promises to be a very exciting evening today. My name is Kasavuli. Please stay tuned. The end of an era. Legendary broadcaster Badi Muhsin laid to rest.
Kuna watu wachache wanaketi kwa hoteli na kiburi na madharau, wanasema wanataka kutuchagulia rais kwa hoteli. Nyinyi mlituma hawa watu waende watuchagulie rais kwa hoteli?
We shall not endorse leaders in hotels. DP Ruto laughs off political deals. And the joy of a mother, First Lady Margaret Kenyatta lauds child-friendly initiatives. And welcome to tonight's edition of Legends Edition. This is Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, of course, the channel that gives you the most comprehensive news coverage. Later on this evening, of course, we're going to have our legend sports anchor, Topi Liambila, walking us through the sports. And our sign language interpreter is Lucy Maura. I am Catherine Kasavuli, your news anchor tonight. We start with very, very sad news. Veteran broadcaster Badi Muhsin was Saturday evening laid to rest at the Karioko Muslim Cemetery in Nairobi. The Kenya Broadcasting Dira ya Magwiji news anchor died on Friday evening in Mombasa. Badi was laid to rest after the Asir prayers held at the Masjid Rahma Mosque in Biafra, Nairobi. President Uhuru Kenyatta led the country in mourning the veteran broadcaster, eulogizing him as a devoted and patriotic Kenyan. KBC's managing director, Dr. Naim Bilal, led the corporation in bidding farewell to the renowned broadcaster that he said contributed immensely in the development of journalism.
Family, friends and colleagues gathered to bid farewell to a broadcast giant, some travelling from overseas. The sun has set on one of the most decorated careers in Kenya's media history. Badi Muhsin, a veteran TV journalist, has been laid to rest. Kariako Muslim Cemetery, his final resting place. Glowing tributes have been paid to the man considered to be a great mentor and an icon in broadcast.
But he came back after being out of broadcasting for many years. And his presentation is one that used to be watched a lot on Saturday.
You take to him a cabinet reshuffle in between a bulletin. Badi will take that English document and translate it into Swahili on air.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his message of condolence, said Badi was loyal to the core, steadfast and highly committed to his profession and employer KBC. Deputy President William Ruto mourned Badi as an exceptional and professional journalist who mentored many upcoming newsmen. Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu mourned the celebrated veteran journalist as a disciplined, resilient and confident broadcaster, and in Jomvu, Mombasa, the Maguji Anka was honored.
Siku ya Ijumaa alienda kaburini kumwombea rafiki yake. Kwa kaburi ya rafiki yake Ijumaa, Ahmed Darwesh akamtilia maji kwa kaburi na kumwombea Mungu kwa kaburi. Hajui kumbe Jumamosi na yeye analala hata amka. Kwa hivyo tunamwombea Mungu kwa niaba yetu. Tunatoa rambirambi zetu kwa familia ya ndugu Badi Muhsin.
Badi has been termed by his family as a selfless man who has left a huge gap in the family.
Kama mwenyewe vile alikuwa si msumbufu, hakuwa na shida na sisi ndugu zake wala wafanyikazi wenzake. Alikuwa mwenye kutii sheria, mpole, mwenye huruma.
But we have lost a great deal of a brick. Every one of us, the whole village. My brother has been a signal to everybody, shining star to everyone.
At the broadcasting house, colleagues have termed Badi's demise as a big blow, remembering him for his humility, high sense of humor and commitment to work.
Na najivunia kwa vile hiyo advice, mawaidha yake ilinisaidia sana mahali nimefika, kwa vile nimespecialize na Kiswahili kutokana na mawaidha ya Badi. Alinishika mkono sana. Tumefanya naye vipindi vingi, Dunia Wiki Hii, vipindi tofauti tofauti. Tumesoma naye taarifa tangu jadi. Amekuwa akinipa misemo za Kiswahili, mahali ninalemewa ananiambia sema hivi. Amekuwa mwalimu wangu.
Indeed, he will be missed by all. A legend has rested, but his lessons and teachings will forever have a ripple effect not only in the community, but in the journalism fraternity at large. His is a classic story of a person that is gone from our eyes, but will forever remain in our hearts. Yusuf Far reporting for the Legends edition from the Kariakor Cemetery, Nairobi.
Well, many messages of condolences continue to stream into Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We're still wiping away our tears, but we are so grateful that we had the opportunity to work alongside such a wonderful, conscientious person. For instance, I worked with him since 1980, and I remember I was a very young girl, and he was a maturer fellow, and he would sometimes just, come into the studio and encourage me, and tell me to just, soldier on, not to give up. I remember he did a lot of news on radio, that is national service, those days at Voice of Kenya in 1980s, and he did a lot of programs. And of course, he's one of the people who really helped others, rise up the ranks and never gave up. They left him here, but, he never felt... he never felt like he should have been where they were. He just kept helping and mentoring others along the way. And of course, meeting again just 4 months ago and working on this relaunch of the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation was a big plus for me, just, working with a wonderful friend. Rest in peace.
يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدون كل نفس ذائقة الموت كل نفس الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون والذين كل نفس ذائقة الموت.
May his soul rest in eternal peace, and to the family we pray for strength, courage and wisdom. And we move on to the other news of the day. Deputy President William Ruto has tore into the Mount Kenya Foundation, accusing it of cutting political deals at the expense of voters in the region. Ruto says the election of leaders is not the preserve of a few political elites.
The Deputy President has launched a thinly veiled onslaught in what he believes is an attempt by the Mount Kenya elite to pick a preferred presidential candidate from a pool of opposition leaders.
Kuna watu wachache wanaketi kwa hoteli na kiburi na madharau, wanasema wanataka kutuchagulia rais kwa hoteli. Nyinyi mlituma hawa watu waende watuchagulie rais kwa hoteli? Watu wawache madharau jameni, please.
The Deputy President says the people must be left to decide on who they want to be Kenya's next president.
Ati sisi kura yetu ya hawa wote haina maana. Ati iko maana kura ya watu watatu kule Nairobi kwa hoteli. Hawa watu mliwatuma kwa hoteli waende wachagulie rais? Hawa watu tutawaambia please respect us.
This week, the Mount Kenya Federation played host to the One Kenya Alliance with a promise to pick its preferred choice.
Mkiwafanyia mambo kule kwa mahoteli na huku watajuaje? Naandaliwa naambiwa tumeandalia chakula ati chakula sijui sahani moja inalipwa 5,000. Sasa mwananchi ukimwambia sasa hivyo, sasa hiyo si ni madharau hiyo? Ati alafu hapo mnasema mmemaliza maneno, sasa hiyo ndio tutaendelea namna hiyo. Ni nani ameamua hiyo maneno? Wazee wawili watatu pale.
The Deputy President has poured cold water on the latest attempts by his political opponents to make inroads into the Mount Kenya region.
Mimi nawakaribisha hawa watu ambao wanatafuta network ya mulima. Wale wanatafutia Google Map, wajue mulima iko wapi. Tunawakaribisha. Lakini wakikuja wageni, wajue kuna wenyeji.
Leaders from the Mount Kenya region have insisted that the wishes of the mountain cannot be ignored in the run-up to the 2022 general election.
Mungependa tutengenezee serikali kwa kiwanja, tukianza chini tuende juu ama kwa hoteli.
Wanakutana Nairobi, ati wanasema watapeana kura zetu kwa kitendawili. Tungetaka kumwambia hiyo matajiri wakae na utajiri yao.
Uhuru 100% iko nyuma ya William Samoei Ruto, si ndio?
For Legends Edition, I'm Safin Acheng Oma.
ODM leader Raila Odinga now says shadowy figures and the independent power producers have been colluding to fleece Kenyans through inflated power prices. Odinga has supported the report by a task force appointed by President Uhuru Kenyatta that recommended a review of all power contracts between Kenya Power and independent power producers.
After a whirlwind of tours with the Azimio la Umoja campaign, ODM leader Raila Odinga is expected to announce formally whether he will be running for president in next year's general election. Though every sign points to Odinga having yet another shot at the top seat, he is expected to announce the decision after the conclusion of his tours at the end of this month. And today, Odinga was returning to Nakuru County, where he launched the Azimio la Umoja campaign, this time in Naivasha, a largely cosmopolitan and industrial constituency, where he was meeting various groups. Odinga throwing his weight behind recent reforms of the Kenya Power and Lighting Company, accusing shadowy figures and the independent power producers of colluding to fleece Kenyans through inflated power prices.
Over the years, through corruption, contracts were signed between the government of the power and lighting and these producers, which has made electricity too expensive.
While acknowledging the strain high power prices have cost businesses and individuals, Odinga supported the recommendations of a task force appointed by President Uhuru Kenyatta to review all contracts between the electricity supplier and the independent power producers.
Not just here in Olkaria, but several of these private independent power producers are producing electricity and selling it at high cost then powered lighting itself is adding up more than double the cost.
Odinga promising the youth in Naivasha that he would include them in his cabinet if he is elected president, dismissing Deputy President William Ruto's bottom-up economic model as a model anchored on tokenism.
This government is going to be a blend. The youth will have a very big role to play in the government, as well as the others.
Kazi ya vijana si kupatiwa placards, wangojee viongozi kwa barabara, wanunuliwe pombe.
The next president of the Republic of Kenya in 2022, it will be the question of either a leader ambaye ni huyu ama dealer.
John Jacob Kuria, The Legends Edition.
First Lady Margaret Kenyatta's Beyond Zero initiative on Saturday lauded T21 Families Support Organization for championing the welfare of children with Down syndrome. The First Lady called for provision of equal opportunities for children with Down syndrome.
Formed 5 years ago by parents of children with Down syndrome, the T21 Family Support Organization continues to champion for the welfare of children with Down syndrome, calling on an end to stigmatization. The First Lady Margaret Kenyatta's Beyond Zero initiative held the agenda being fronted for its advocacy, awareness creation and empowerment programs.
The work that you're doing through community outreach and the partnerships have engaged working through the Ministry of Health adopts a similar approach to Beyond Zero's advocacy work.
The Beyond Zero coordinator, Angela Lengat, called for joint efforts in, among others, diagnosis and assessment to enable children with Down syndrome to attend school and live meaningful lives.
As Beyond Zero initiative, we will continue to register children with disabilities at our medical safaris so that they can benefit from government services and also advocate for inclusive education and equal access to healthcare services.
However, Chairperson T21 Family Support Organization, Penny Kiriga, decried societal stigma associated with Down syndrome.
We are here to fight stigma. And we are not gonna leave any stone unturned. We're gonna turn every single stone, whatever, doesn't matter how big it is, for the sake of our children and create a future for them tomorrow.
The medical camp held provided services ranging from free medical assessment and therapy in partnership with doctors and various volunteer groups. For Legends Edition, I'm Serafina Robbie.
Well, we take a small break, but when we come back, we will be, of course, engaging Lee Njiru, whom I visited several days ago on his wonderful estate in Nakuru, and he will be walking us through his 43 years walking in the echelons of power. Don't go away.
Ili kupata skiza tune hii ya heshima, bonyeza *811 *817 hash.
Ukiwa mtu wa heshima, utaheshimiwa. Ukiwa mtu wa kupeana, nawe utapewa. Ukiwa wewe ni wa kudharau wengine, utadharauliwa. Ukiwa wa chuki, malipo ni yale yale. Ikiwa wewe ni mtu wa haramu, vile vile itakupata tu. Na kama wewe ni mtu wa kushauri kwa hekima, hautawahi kosa. Kama wewe ni mtu wa watu.
Ili kupata skiza tune hiyo ya heshima, kama skiza tune yako, bonyeza *811 *817 hash, *811 *817 hash.
The National Treasury and Planning is inviting members of the public to participate in the public hearings for the 2022-2023 financial year and medium-term budget proposals from 13th to 15th October 2021 at the KICC Amphitheatre Hall. Various sectors will give their presentations during the hearings that will run from 9 a.m. each day. Be part of the budget-making process by giving your views and recommendations on the budget either physically or virtually via a link that will be provided on the National Treasury website and official social media platforms. Public participation is one of the key principles underpinning budget preparation process, and you are encouraged to participate. For more details, visit our website at www.treasury.go.ke.
How did you discover that your son was having some behavior that was not okay?
He started having problems at school. He was in high school, I think Form 1, Form 2. Then he would have discipline cases, and more often than not, he would be sent home. Unfortunately, for some time, I thought it was just a pure case of indiscipline.
Are we as a country, as far as addressing mental illness is concerned?
As a country, the burden on mental health is so bad right now, because a report by WHO states that 1 in every 4 persons is suffering from one of the illnesses, and especially depression.
I don't quite remember anybody coming to me and telling me that you need to seek professional help at the time. We were just at the mercy of the world, I would say.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Living Legends edition. My name is Catherine Kasavuli. And of course, in the studio, you have been waiting to hear from this gentleman, a great son of this land who served 2 presidents on a trot in active service from 1977 to 2002. We are talking about Lee Njiru, the holder of the Silver Star of Kenya, the holder of the Moran of the Burning Spear of Kenya, and of course, the holder of the Elder of the Burning Spear of Kenya. Please help me welcome Lee Njiru.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your retirement. How is it? You've had a very active life. How is retirement right now?
It is very good. I feel relaxed. But my sister Catherine, whatever you have, retirement is not easy. Retirement is not entirely geographical movement from one place to the other. By and large, retirement is psychological. It is a situation where you lose your predictable income. It is a situation where you lose your identity. It is a situation where you lose your authority. Let nobody cheat you that is completely okay after retirement. You cannot be.
Tell us, you joined the Presidential Press Service in 1977. This is during the late President Jomo Kenyatta's time. How was it then in the 70s?
First of all, let me tell you the circumstances in which I joined the Presidential Press Unit, as it was called then, during the time of Mr. Jomo Kenyatta. Mr. Jomo Kenyatta telephoned the then director of information, Eddie Madimato. So he told Matu please give me a young man who is a good writer to replace Francis. I was in Kakamega. So Edmund Matu got me from Kakamega. So I reported in Nakuru. That's where Mr. Jomo Kenyatta was. That was 77. And that is how the journey began. Kenyatta's program was relaxed. It was not as tough, as hectic, as crowded as of that of Moi.
Now, soon after 1978, August 22nd, when the founding father of the nation passed away, of course, President Moi, Daniel Arap Moi, the late, became president of the nation. And you won his trust. And your relationship with him became so strong. You worked for him or with him for 24 years at the helm of this nation. How did he win your trust?
When I joined Mr. Kenyatta in 1977, Moi was under pressure from the change the constitution group. There was a clique which did not want Moi to ascend to the presidency after the death of Mr. Jomo Kenyatta. Somehow, I don't know how, Moi knew there was a new person working for Jomo Kenyatta who he could work with. So he sent for me when he was vice president. He sent one of his security men in Nakuru. I was in Nakuru. It was in Nakuru. So he came to me in my hotel in Nakuru. He told me, Makamu would like to see you. By that time, Mzee Moi was called Makamu, means deputy. So early in the morning, a car was sent by Mzee Moi. I went to Kabarak. He welcomed me. He told me, Mr. Njiru, I have been watching you. The way you are working for Mr. Jomo Kenyatta, I'm happy for you. And I want you to help me. I was 28 years old. I said, so I was surprised. How can I help a vice president? He told me, whenever Mr. Jomo Kenyatta, when you announce that he is coming to Nakuru, make it standard practice at the bottom of your story to write. At the same time, the vice president and the minister for Home Affairs, Honorable Daniel Arap Moi, has called upon the people of Rift Valley to welcome, to give Mr. Kenyatta a rousing welcome as soon as he arrives at Mai Mahiu. He told me always, I don't make it standard practice, because Mr. Kenyatta, you might announce he's coming to Rift Valley and I'm not around. I'm in Europe or I've been sent elsewhere. So that's what I was doing every time. Now, and whenever Mr. Jomo Kenyatta came to Nakuru, he used to attend night entertainment.
Yes.
But Mr. Moi could not do anything at night because there could not be two programs. He respected Mr. Kenyatta. So he used to do his programs after 11 at night, even the small harambes, small meetings. So if they were to be covered by the press, he used to send somebody to cover for them. Yeah, to cover them. So by that time there were no mobile telephones. So I'd read his stories, although he had his own vice presidential press, but he trusted me because he knew, being Mr. Jomo Kenyatta's writer, my stories would get immediate attention at the Voice of Kenya then. So I'd write his stories, wake up at 4 a.m., go to the telephone booth and send his stories. So historians were second. They followed Mzee Jomo Kenyatta's. Okay? So now we forged a friendship. Okay? So when Mzee Jomo Kenyatta died, that was on 22nd August, 1978, on a Tuesday. We already knew each other. So when we brought the body to Nairobi, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, he told me, call the press. I'll be sworn in at 3 p.m. So I organized the press. So he was sworn in. Then we started from there.
Well, how were you able to balance family life? Because the presidency actually took your life.
I remember one time from Nakuru, we were not stopping in Nairobi. From here, we drove straight to Mombasa. But the first stop was at Emali. I found my wife and my small child, my small daughter, at the roundabout near Nyayo House, where the old provincial commissioner's office, where it is.
On Uhuru Highway?
Yes, Uhuru Highway. I found her standing there, annoyed with a child here. But then we passed here. And then we had to go to Mombasa. But then when I came back, I had to explain to her that in order to break out of a poverty cycle, something must give. There must be sacrifice. But she understood, because by 1981, when I was 32, I built her a beautiful home in Lavington. Yes. Wow. And then I told her, these are the fruits of sacrifice.
That is so beautiful.
Yes, we live up to now.
That is so wonderful.
Yes.
Now, let's go to a time in history that everybody would want to forget. This is 1982 coup attempt. What was your experience and what was happening in State House?
It was very, very, very traumatizing. Very, very traumatizing.
The president?
He put on a brave face, but he was shaken. He was shaken. Not because of his life, because he knew there is certain bloodshed that could ensue such a coup. For a week, I had to be driven home by the military. Yeah, in a Land Rover called the FFR, Fated for Radio, and to be made to sleep on the floor of the Land Rover, taken home here. And from that time, my home was guarded for 24 hours, or up to 2002.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell me about your fun moments with the late president, Daniel Arap Moi.
There were jokes he used to crack with me, but with nobody else.
Wonderful. Share with us.
He used to tell me to sing for me how they used to dance long time ago. Susana, oh Susana, eh Susana. To sing for me when we are together. And then he had a soft heart for me. There are some things we used to do together without the knowledge of others.
Social media and the presidential press unit. How did you handle that?
During his last years in office, there was things like places like ridiculous and the cartoons. We Mando. So I told him, Mzee Moi, there is nothing you can do about it. Leave it the way it is. Learn how to. Yes, I used to watch with him. You know what he used to do? Yes. I told him, learn to enjoy it. So akiangalia nasema, Lee mikora hawa. I told him, yeah, that's the spirit.
That is it.
There's nothing you can do about it. Because you see, like in 1990, and you see, and multipartyism. Yes. It bothered him.
Oh, yes. Now, the last question, and this is something that is on the minds of so many Kenyans. It has been said or thought that you are Moi's son. Of course, you come from Embu. He comes. But please.
I wish I was his son, but I am not. I'm not his biological son, but he brought me up. He mentored me. He saved me from destruction. People wanted to destroy me. Moi came to Embu the first time, he told me, in 1960. He was passing through, going to Meru, because he was a leader of Kandu, together with Masinde Muliro and Ronald Ngala. And he had his people like the late Bernard Martin in Embu. So he cannot be my father.
My name is Catherine Kasavuli. We have been talking to Lee Njiru. Thank you so much for having us.
I thank you too.
I had a wonderful time with Lee Njiru in Nakuru, honestly, and he laid a wonderful table, gave us a wonderful meal after the interview, and we had to leave. But something I didn't tell you, or we didn't have time to cover on this interview, is a road is named after Lee Njiru in Nakuru. It was, this ceremony took place a week ago, and this is the former Maralal Road in Nakuru. A major road in Nakuru is now named Lee Njiru. And also for the ambience, it's good to know that Lee Njiru was the first journalist from Embu. Well, thank you so much for watching The Living Legends. We'll be back shortly.
I decided, let me go and check him out. And I'm wondering, what is he doing outside there instead of being in the house? But my mom said, watch, I ended to So I went there. I went to the back of the house, and there was a big crowd. And I'm like, hey, watu wanafanya nini? And kapita kwa watu, nikaona, hiyo kichwa inakaa familiar. This looks like one of our family members.
Yes.
And that's when I looked at him. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Actually, I wish I had not gone to see that.
Yes. Glowing tributes characterize the burial service of former NGO Council Chairperson Orie Rogo Manduli, those who knew her describing her as an ambitious and courageous woman, a person of many firsts throughout her illustrious life. Defense Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa urged leaders to honor the late flamboyant Manduli by embracing politics of tolerance and inclusivity.
The body of one-time Miss East Africa was ferried in style, one that depicted the flamboyant life she led. Defense Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa was part of a host of dignitaries making hundreds of mourners at the late Orie Rogo Manduli's home in Kitale Tandari Estate in Trans Nzoia County. And here Manduli was recognized as a woman of many firsts, courageous, ambitious, a trailblazer, a fashion icon among others.
Yeye alikuwa ni simba ya kike na alikuwa mama mwenye hakuwa na mchezo kimaisha. She said what she meant and meant what she said.
Orie Rogo Manduli represented the best of our women. Very elegant, a fighter, very beautiful, but also deeply loving.
Poteza mama ambaye tulikuwa tunamhenzi, ambaye alikuwa kielelezo kizuri hasa kwa mama wetu na kwa wasichana wetu.
Wamalwa said her death marked the end of a significant chapter in Kenya's history, adding that there was need for leaders in the country to honor the late Manduli by emulating her and embracing politics of tolerance, peace, unity and inclusivity.
Tusifanye siasa ya chuki, siasa ya vita, siasa itakayoleta shida Trans Nzoia hii. Sababu area hii tumekuwa na shida. There was a lot of insecurity in this region.
The late Manduli was known for her exquisite taste in fashion, with a trademark headgear style that always matched her every outfit. She was also the first woman chair of the NGO Council, and she fought to be heard in instances where she felt she was not heard or her leadership was being questioned due to gender bias. At the same time, she was the first Kenyan woman rally driver. Orie Rogo Manduli died at her riverside home in Nairobi on September 8th, 2021. Reporting for Legends Edition, I'm Jackie Wambiru.
The road to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar continues with a hunt for the 5 exclusive slots. Kenya's Harambee Stars will host the Eagles of Mali this Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium from 4 p.m, all determined to get a win to keep their dreams alive. This match will be brought to you live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner, only available on Signet and free-to-air decoders.
Hey! Hey, he's not my friend. He's an acquaintance. Such a bug. And trust me, one day you'll pay for this.
Please, and do exactly what I tell you to.
Okay, Tanya, I will not sign anything unless I know what's happening. See, the only thing that I agreed to in this stupid plan of yours was to get my mother's health back.
You don't have to advertise it to the whole world.
Good evening, I'm Topi Liambila with the sports segment of the Legends Edition this Saturday evening. And of course, we start off, of course, on a very somber note, and I've been allowed a few moments to remember and to eulogize our friend, Badi Muhsin, who probably some of you may not know it. But Badi Muhsin's broadcasting career started in the newsroom on the sports desk. That's why he started his broadcasting career, started with the sports, reading sports news, doing sports programs, and then later presenting the sports news on TV and on radio before getting into the mainstream news reading. So I spoke to him early this week on Monday, and we agreed that we're going to have some tea the next time we bump into each other at a broadcasting house. And it was never to be. But of course, from earth we come, and to earth we return. Rest well, our great Badi, and for have the sports fraternity, they must also be able to thank and say, we had a great time with Badi Muhsin, a gentleman to boot, always a smile for anybody. And I'm back, of course, in the order of the day. We have in our highlights tonight, the Stars play their return match against Mali in the World Cup qualifiers tomorrow at the Nyayo National Stadium. Stockholm Marathon, Kenyans stumble, and the hockey 5-a-side boxing world championship. Those are our highlights tonight, and a bit also on the Ballon d'Or. Now, the national soccer team Harambee Stars resumed training on Saturday ahead of their 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier return match against Eagles of Mali on Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium. The match will be beamed live on KBC Signet channel and free-to-air decoders. Meanwhile, Football Kenya Federation has unveiled a new Harambee Stars sponsor in Mozart Bet, in a deal worth 3 million Kenya shillings for the remaining qualifiers. David Karanja with the story.
Stars will be looking to get back to winning ways after a 5-0 loss to the highly fancied Mali. Head coach Engin Firat will be targeting to register his first win in his coaching career, having drawn twice and lost 10 times. Stars jetted back home Friday ahead of the clash against Mali tomorrow.
For me, it's of course a very tough start, but on the other side, I got very good lessons. Also, the team. All the things which I didn't know about our team, I got it in a very hard way back. Therefore, it's nothing where I have any excuse.
Ni mechi yenye tunajua nini tunafaa tufanye. Of course, first leg haikuenda vile tulitarajia. Tuliprepare vizuri, lakini ndio hivyo, saa zingine mpira udunda, haikuwa siku yetu. It was a bad day in office, lakini tumejifunza kwa makosa yetu na tunatumai kesho tutarekebisha na tuonyesha mchezo mzuri zaidi.
The Eagles of Mali top Group E with 7 points, 2 points ahead of Uganda, who have 5 following their 1-0 win over Rwanda, while Kenya and Rwanda occupy the 3rd and 4th positions with 2 and 1 point respectively. The match will be beamed live on KBC Signet channel and free-to-air decoders.
I've said it on several occasions and I will not apologize, but Harambee Stars happens to be my favorite team. And that's the team I follow, Harambee Stars. Then next will be FC Leopards. So Harambee Stars, of course, we wish them the best against Mali, although the 5-0 deficit is quite big. But of course, we remember that, in soccer, it's never over until the final whistle. And of course, we have had cases whereby 5-0 margins have actually been overturned by the other team beating the winners 6-0, and you go through. So soccer, you can never leave anything to chance. Well, back on the Stockholm Marathon, Kenyans James Kiplagat and Ronald Korir finished 2nd and 3rd respectively in the 2021 edition of the Stockholm Marathon, behind Ethiopian Fikadu Teferi, who won the race in a time of 2 hours, 12 minutes and 24 seconds in the Swedish capital. Meanwhile, Ruben Kipyego and Ruth Chepngetich will lead the Kenyan lineup tomorrow in the Chicago Marathon.
Despite leading the race on separate occasions, James Kiplagat and Ronald Korir fell behind after the 35-kilometer mark, playing second fiddle to eventual winner Fikadu Teferi of Ethiopia, who clocked 2 hours, 12.24 minutes. Kiplagat was second in a time of 2 hours, 12.26 minutes, while Korir finished third, registering a time of 2 hours, 12.30 minutes. Their compatriots Wilfred Kipto, Jackson Limo, and Eliud Kibet Tor came in 7th, 8th, and 10th respectively. Elsewhere, Ruben Kipyego and Ruth Chepngetich will lead the Kenyan line in tomorrow's Chicago Marathon. The last edition in 2019 saw a world record fall as Kenya's Bridget Koskei clocked 2 hours 14.04 minutes to take 81 seconds from Paula Radcliffe's 2003 mark, with her compatriots Chepngetich, who won the 2019 world title, and Vivian Kiplagat hoping to retain the crown. Chepngetich sits fourth on the women's marathon all-time list thanks to the 2 hours 17.08 minutes personal best that she set when winning in Dubai in 2019, and she ran a world half marathon record in Istanbul in April in a time of 1 hour 4.20 minutes. The 27-year-old was unable to finish the Olympic in Tokyo, but is looking forward to her US debut race in Chicago. Ruben Kipyegon, on his part, goes into the Chicago race as the second fastest man in 2021 with his personal best time of 2 hours 3.55 minutes set at the Milan Marathon in May. The 25-year-old made his marathon debut in Buenos Aires in 2019, clocking 2 hours 5.18 minutes, and later that year improved to 2 hours 4.40 minutes to win in Abu Dhabi, despite having started the race as a pacemaker. Kipyegon will line up alongside compatriots Dixon Chumba and Eric Kiptanui.
That was Richard Munga with the report. On the local scene, Kenya Hockey Union President Nahashon Brandiek says they have put up the necessary structures to ensure the sport grows in the country despite disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Randiek insisted they will do all they can to ensure that they prepare the national teams well ahead of upcoming international assignments.
Speaking at the ongoing Kenya Hockey Five-a-Side tournament, Kenya Hockey Union President Nahashon Randiek hailed the team that showed up for the event. Randiek said he was impressed as the teams took the COVID-19 vaccination before resuming training.
It has taken us long because of the protocols, but at least we are now conforming and we are comfortable to get back. That is why you can see we have no spectators, and we are trying to have as few people on the pitch as possible.
His words were echoed by the national team captain Constant Wahula, who assured that the national team will train well and be ready to take part in the coming events.
The tournament is great. I'm enjoying watching. I'm enjoying other players showing their skills from different clubs. Yeah, I can see the hockey fives. We are displaying good skills and we're good to go. In case of any tournament for hockey fives, I think Kenya will have a great team.
In today's matches, Blazers B emerged victorious over Strathmore University women after a 3-2 win, while in the men's category, Wazalendo beat Kenya Police 4-3. The finals will be played tomorrow at the same venue. Daniel Mwendwa for Legends Edition Sports.
That was Dan Mwenda with the report. Now back on the local scene is 2015 Africa Boxing Championship lightweight gold medalist Nick Okoth says Kenyan pugilists are responding well to training ahead of the World Boxing Championships in Belgrade, Serbia. The global show piece is slated for October the 23rd to November the 6th. Mwendwa with the report.
Veteran Nick Okoth and Africa's Zone 3 super heavyweight gold medalist Elia Joy will lead a squad of 13 boxers to the World Boxing Championship. The soft-spoken military man says the prize money at the World Championship, where gold medalists will pocket 10 million shillings, has given them the push to train harder.
Kwa hii game tunaenda hii World Champion. Hii ni ile inaitwa morali imejileta peke yake, unaona. Hii sasa ile ati unaambiwa. Hii shana ile tunasemaga kwa chana nasemaga everybody for himself, God for us all. Ndio ni sababu kama hiyo.
Tumekuwa tukifanya mazoezi, tumefanya sparring ambao ni technical sparring, mpaka sasa inakwenda vizuri, na kufikia wakati wa mashindano baadaye, kama baada ya wiki mbili namna hii, tutakuwa tuko tayari kabisa kuwakilisha nchi yetu kwa njia inayofaa.
Okoth is confident the global assignment will offer a platform to redeem themselves after a poor run at the Tokyo Olympics. Flyweight David Karanja, bantamweight Shafi Bakari, featherweight Martin Oduor, light welterweight Victor Odhiambo, welterweight Joseph Shigali, and light middleweight Boniface Mugude are also in the Kenyan team. Martin Maina will be the only boxer making his debut in the national team.
On soccer, 35 coaches have been certified after the completion of the 10-day CAF D coaching course at the Dr. Kraft Primary School in Maringo, Nairobi. The course attracted 40 participants, among them former Harambee Stars midfielder Eriko Cheng. David Karanja with the report.
The grassroots coaches went through thorough training under the watchful eye of FKF FIFA instructors George Mwangi and Leonard Saleh. After the completion of the 10-day KFD coaching course, 35 coaches were certified. So far, Football Kenya Federation has been able to train over 4,500 coaches in KFD and 500 coaches in KFC, with an additional 25 coaches going through the KFB diploma. The course is also geared towards challenging former players to seize the opportunity offered to them and attend the coaching courses.
From the motor racing world, Carl Flash Tundo survived late scares to win the KCB Nanyuki Rally, navigated by Team Jessop in a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X. Tundo won the Nanyuki Rally despite the 5 minutes penalty he incurred for outside assistance.
Carl Flash Tundo came flat out into the flying finish, but his Evo X stalled just as he had pulled into the CS6 Greystone 2. The 5 minutes penalty was applied by the stewards when he got pushed by Jasmine Chana's Evo 10 from the back. Ake Virani came home in a career best second. Ugandan Amraj Rai, navigated by Kisumu Gurdeep Panesar, completed the podium dash in a career best KNRC third place finish.
Doing extremely well this season, well done.
It was a bitter pill to swallow for long-time leader Baldev Chaga, who also incurred a massive 20 minutes penalty for going off the route course. Chaga led the pack after the early morning 72 kilometers 3-stage first loop, but he picked up a punch in the second loop to dip to second behind Tundo, but the penalty was added to his cumulative time. Chaga nevertheless picked 5 bonus points for winning the power stage, which was the repeat run of the Greystone stage. Jasmine Chana settled for 4th place ahead of FIA rally star driver Makre Kimathi. The rally claimed quite a number of top drivers, including Eric Bengi and Ian Duncan.
That was Dan Mwendwa with the Motor Rally report. To the internationals in Lionel Messi, Jorginho and N'Golo Kante have been named among the 30-man shortlist for the men's 2021 Ballon d'Or award. The trio are among the leading contenders for the prize, along with Robert Lewandowski and Cristiano Ronaldo. Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski missed out on the 2020 award, with 33-year-old widely expected to claim the individual award before it was cancelled by the organizers.
6-time Ballon d'Or winner Lionel Messi ended his wait for a major international trophy when winning the Copa America with Argentina a few months ago, while Kante and Jorginho both helped Chelsea win the Champions League. Kante was UEFA's player of the match in both semi-final legs against Real Madrid as well as the final against Manchester City, while Jorginho was also integral to Italy's Euro 2020 triumph. There are 5 Chelsea players on the list of nominees, including captain Cesar Azpilicueta, along with 5 from English Premier League champions Manchester City. Hurricane is among the 13 Premier League players nominated, with England teammates Phil Foden, Mason Mount and Raheem Sterling also included. Manchester United duo of Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo and Liverpool's Mohamed Salah are also shortlisted, alongside Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski, PSG's Kylian Mbappe and Neymar, Real Madrid's Luka Modric and Atletico Madrid's Luis Suarez.
On tennis, Andy Murray eased through his first match at the Indian Wells Masters with a 6-3, 6-2 win over Frenchman Adrian Manarino, and will take on Spanish teenager Carlos Alcaraz in the second round. Meanwhile, US Open champion Emma Raducan suffered a 6-2, 6-4 defeat to Alexandra Sasnovich. Richard Munga with the report.
34-year-old Briton Andy Murray, who was making his first appearance in the United States since a thrilling defeat at the US Open against Stefanos Tsitsipas, broke the left-handed Manarino serve 3 times en route to a convincing victory.
Maybe it wasn't necessary for me to play the one after the US Open, but again, like, yeah, like I was starting to feel good about my game. I thought I played a good match, obviously in New York, and I wanted to get out there and compete and try and build some momentum. And those tournaments, they're not easy ones to win.
Murray, who was handed a wild card for the tournament, wrapped up the win in 1 hour and 24 minutes, setting up a second round clash against Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz. Elsewhere, Emma Raducanu lost her first match since winning the US Open last month, falling 6-2, 6-4 to Alexandra Sasnovich in the second round at Indian Wells.
I think Alexandra played a great match. She's an extremely experienced opponent who's been on the tour for many years. And yeah, I mean, I had to get used to the conditions. It's my first time playing in Indian Wells. So, yeah, I mean, she was better than me today. So she deserves to win.
It has been 27 days since the 18-year-old stunned the world to win in New York, but she was unable to replicate her US Open winning performance, going down to the Belarusian world number 100.
It's really important for me. It's interesting to play against the players who are the best in the world. I prefer to play on the big arena with a lot of crowds. It doesn't matter they support me or my opponent. It doesn't matter. I just love to feel this energy. I just love to be on court.
Sasnovich will next face Simona Halep in the third round of the WTA 1000 event, while Raducanu will focus on the upcoming Kremlin Cup later this month in Moscow, Russia.
And that is a wrap for the sports segment of the Legends Edition this Saturday evening. We hope you enjoyed the show, and you'll be back with us again next Saturday for another edition of the Legends Edition. And now, just for a take-up, it's not been a very nice day for KBC and for the broadcasting journalist fraternity as well.
Yes, I know, because he actually influenced quite a number of people. I know he has prodigies all over, strewn all over, KTN, Citizen and K24. Quite a number of them were trained by him, especially the sports anchors. Now I understand. You said that he did sports. Yeah. I really didn't know those days.
Why he was training sports anchors.
No, I didn't know those days.
Yeah, no, he did, and he was a gentleman. Very. Because like when I came in, I met when I came in 1984.
Yes.
I met Badi. Badi was on, and he was a translator in the newsroom.
Yes.
And doing a bit of sports because he had an interest.
Yes.
But then, he's a great man. He's a nice guy. He's
wonderful
so good.
Fellow.
Very helpful. He would go anywhere you want anything. He would come and help if you have got anything. And always with a smile and a laugh.
Oh, yes. And very warm person. In fact, oh, dear God, when you see him, I mean, that's the beginning of your happy moments. If you were having a bad day, he would just, lighten your day. And it's very sad that he has left a gap that no one can fill, but we just pray for the family that they will reminisce and enjoy and remember the wonderful times they had with him, as we are also remembering.
And of course, we can't help thanking, the MD Dr. Naim Bilal for bringing up this vision of the Legends, because at least he has bowed out in style.
Gracefully. Yes.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
It is wonderful.
It
is wonderful. A noble cause.
A very noble
cause. And also, I think, Badi has also given others, a chance to know you can still do it, you can retire, but still come back, and give your best and your all.
Okay, so I'll leave it to you to wrap up.
Yes, thank you, Toby. Oh, it's been a sad day for us here, but of course we say thank you so much for all the condolences that you've been sending to the family of the late Badi Muhsin, and also to the management of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We thank you so very much for standing with us during this trying moment, and we pray that you are blessed for your labor of love towards us. My name is Catherine Kasavuli. I have been your hostess on the Legends Edition tonight, and of course our sign language interpreter has been Lucy Mwaura, and you heard your very own, yours truly, Topi Liambila, ranting away about Harambee Stars and everything. So do have a good evening. Thank you for watching. Good night. We love you.
Vera Beauty College. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, with branches in Nairobi, Eldoret, Thika and Meru. Did you know that we are a TVET approved institution? We offer courses in fashion design, interior design in soft furnishing, event decoration, flower arrangement, event planning, hairdressing, barbering and dreadlocks, beauty therapy, makeup, nail technology, spa massages, teaching skills, TOT, solo business management, and many more. Register now and visit our website on www.verabeautycollege.com. You can also call on 0725 923 550 Nairobi branch, 0728 087 689 Eldoret branch, 0722 227428 Thika branch, 0725 000-706 Meru branch. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a TVET approved institution.
Welcome to the home of the fastest line,
Orie bets,
boosted odds,
Orie bets,
the best bonuses,
Orie bets,
instant payout,
Orie bets,
push, and even cashback,
Orie bets,
Orie bets, bet extraordinary.
The road to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar continues with a hunt for the 5 exclusive slots. Kenya's Harambee Stars will host the Eagles of Mali this Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium from 4 p.m, all determined to get a win to keep their dreams alive. This match will be brought to you live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner, only available on Signet and free to air decoders.
You're early today. Let me give you some drink. Here, you may take your drink now.
Mr. Mukasa failed me today.
But why? You're such a diligent worker.
I don't know. He believes I've been stealing from him.
What rubbish. You? Steal? Let me go and talk to him. I did not raise my son to be a thief. And I'm sure you've done nothing wrong.
No, Mama. I tried explaining to him already. I tried. I explained, but he has made up his mind.
What are we going to do now? We hardly have any savings. And next week I have to go to the hospital for my regular checkups.
Well, maybe tomorrow I'll go to town and try and look for a job.
Yes, customer.
Yes.
Can I sell you some shirts?
Okay,
It's a nice one.
It's very nice.
Yes.
It's nice. Okay, I'm just asking if I can work for you and you pay me.
My friend, I've been in this business for quite a long time and I can manage on my own.
No, I'll really work.
I know, thanks. I can't employ you. But you see that gentleman in a cape? The one talking to a lady.
Right here?
Yes, he can help you. He helps people get jobs. So try him.
Huh.
Yes.
Timothy!
Moses!
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Look at you.
Where have you been?
Kampala, in the big city where all is happening. Timothy! Moses!
Wait. This guy still didn't make my see for a job. What's all this?
Anyway, I own an agency. I hire people for my clients in the big city.
Timothy.
Yeah? Moses?
I didn't know about this. How come I didn't know?
Well, I'm the classy type. I don't go advertising my services. My reputation is entirely word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
So, are you interested in my service?
Yeah. Actually, I do. See, I badly need a job. Badly need a job. Can you help me?
As long as you can pay the money.
Money? Okay.
It's a commission thing, Moses. Matter of fact, I had just come to pick up some 3 boys. But if you pay up the money, I could add your name onto it. And you have yourself a job.
So, how much is this money that we're talking about?
Let's say 500,000.
500K?
Only.
Okay, let me ask my mother first.
So, you are talking to your mom. Talk to your mom, and if you think you're ready, come back to the city and call me.
Timothy.
Moses!
Timothy.
Call me when you get here.
I'll call you.
All right, man.
Okay. Hey! Mama, how are you?
You look happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to the big city, Mama.
What?
No, I met Tim. He gets some people jobs with him in school.
Those things of going to the city, I don't like them. You know what the city has done to your relatives. Diana is dead. Jeff is in prison there. Why on earth would you want to go there as well?
Mama, listen. Mama, see, I have a really good feeling about Tim. I mean, he could help us here. He could get me a job. Just as soon as I give him 500,000 shillings, Mama. 500,000 shillings.
Now tell me, where you're going to get that money?
Well, we could use our savings. I know it's not much, Mama, but I'll get a good job and I'll refund it real quick. Like this.
That money is supposed to buy land. You know as well as I do, we cannot continue living in this hired, horrible shack that we call home. We need a place of our own. You and I have been saving for that. Now you want to take it all away?
Fine. I'll find my way to the city.
Moses, I forbid you to go to the city. I'm not about to have you dead or in prison.
Sense, one pass. M2PK nimejitweka mzigo wa sana wanaopana mimi na pachi kosha kuta ni mchezo wangu wa hip hop tena toka zama usicheze mshikaji nimechoka kacha hardcore kumbuko bora sikiza pia pima kale kwenye kona ringa usilete bala uendelea kulala mimi nafanya ninavyoweza najiona bana sana lakini wanipongera mimi ndo janje wa kunata yani fikra za kushika mizinga mstari imelipuka sasa tupike leo
tunafanya mziki kama kazi wengi walisema hatuwezi eti tuta fall down ila sasa topa masta shukrani kwa Mola sababu
Well, I don't know, but I'm near the bus stop on Caravan, under a tree. Yes, under a tree.
No worries, man. I'll come find you.
Okay.
Stay tight.
Okay, man. Thanks. Thank you.
There you are, looking all lost.
What's this? You have my job? What kind of job is it? What kind of job is it? I can do anything, team. Anything. How much do they pay? How much do they pay, team? How much?
Moses,
yes,
one step at a time. My money first.
It's here. But I'm very hungry. I'm hungry.
My money first.
You man. Huh? The man can't run away. Yes, it's here. Okay. So now, where can we get something to eat?
Soda. Wait, I'm thinking.
Huh?
Are you going to pick up that? You know what? Why don't I first get you a place to stay, then pay up for your job, and I'll get back to get you.
You can tell me what to wait for you. I can wait for you anywhere.
Brilliant idea.
Yes. Yes.
Why don't you go to... never mind. Wait a few minutes here for me. I'll go get you a place and food, and I'll be back for you in 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Moses, Tim is coming back for you.
Tim? Okay.
sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time. We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Mama, team left.
I do not care about Tim or James or whoever. Get back here this once, and you better bring all
Mama,
the money back.
Tim took the money.
What?
The money, it's gone. Tim took it.
Son, listen to me carefully. You are going to get into the first bus back here in the village. Tell them I will be waiting here with the fare.
Yes, Mama. Yes, Jebele Kosebo.
Kale.
But you know, I was just wondering if I could board the bus and my mama will pay when I get to the village.
Does your mama always pay for your expenses?
Sebo.
You know what? She should be my mother. This is a city, and they see people like you every day.
No, so, please trust me. Please, all my money was stolen. All of it. But when we get to the village, my mama will pay you. Just Ntasa.
Huh? Maybe your mother should have given you enough money before left home. Instead of coming here, start disturbing people. So back off.
So.
Relax. Please don't move. Stay still.
Who are you? What am I doing here?
I'm Joseph. I knocked you with my car. You came out of nowhere.
I have to leave. I need...
Relax. You are safe here. What is your name?
Mama must be worried about me. I need to leave. I need to get out of here.
Stay still. You need to rest.
I have to go. I have to go now. Mama was right. I should never have come to the city.
What's the matter, young man?
Well, I came from the city. I came to the city to find a good job. But then, so I could take my friend, my mama, to hospital to see a good doctor. My friend stole my money, and my phone was stolen.
sorry about that. I'll help you get back to the village if that's what you want. Okay?
Kati, I'm wondering, how much is it per shoe, like cleaning?
I can't clean one shoe. It is 1,400. Look, I can't clean them while you have them on.
You know, I know. Just that I need a job. Okay, I really need a job, Sebo. Take for instance, I can clean the shoe really well. I can clean the shoelaces, the shoe carpets. I can clean them really, really well, and the shoe still looks, new. So, how much do you think you can pay me?
Pay you? Young man, Sebo, get out of here.
You, thief! I trusted you!
Moses, relax.
What's the matter with you? You left me there the whole night.
Calm down. I got delayed at the office, and by the time I came, you had gone.
I was there the whole night, Timothy, the whole night.
I want you to believe me. I cannot steal your money.
So why weren't you picking up my phone calls?
Huh?
Why?
My phone was stolen.
I don't believe you, Timothy. I don't believe you. You know what? Just give me my money right now. Right now, Timothy.
Man, I was robbed.
I don't believe you, Timothy. I don't believe you.
I cannot steal from you. We've been friends for a very long time.
No, not that good, Timothy. I hardly know you. See, just give me my money right now, Timothy.
I can still get you the job if you're still interested.
So what kind of job is it?
I will need a small fee.
Wait, where are you going?
You need a bribe in the city for everything you want. You can't get a job without paying someone.
I gave you all.
Wait a minute, listen, can you? Look, Moses, I'm sorry. You understand?
My mama wants me back home. But I don't want to go. I want to stay here. Do you understand? I want to stay here, Timothy.
Then let me help you. Look, just give me 60,000 shillings so I can get you a job.
And what if it goes wrong again?
I won't. You understand? I won't disappear.
How sure?
Why don't we go and you stay at my place until I get you a job?
See this? This is all I have. Okay? This is all I have.
Just give me 60K so I can get you a job. I'll pay you back when I'm paid by another client.
So that's how you do it. That's how you con people. You get money from this person and pay back this other person, right?
You seriously believe I stole your money?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah. This is 60,000 shillings, Timothy. 60,000 shillings.
You won't regret. You won't regret.
No games.
No games.
I'm hungry, man. I need to eat something.
Why don't we do this? We could go to my place. If you have money, you could buy food.
No, it's fine. But tomorrow, Timothy, we are going to get us that job place of yours together.
Moses. Fair enough. Matter of fact, I'll fix a meeting for tomorrow morning. You understand? Okay with that? Let's do this. That must be John. Hey. Moses, this is John. My contact for the job.
So, what kind of a job are you looking for?
Well, any decent paying job. Any.
Alright.
Yes.
I've got two. One as an office messenger and the other as a waiter.
Either one of them can do. Either one of them.
Good.
Yes.
Then get ready to report to work tomorrow.
Just like that?
Just know you're officially employed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Cheers.
I told
Just
you.
like that.
Just like that.
Team will team you up.
Your friend hasn't called, man.
I thought you just got back from work today.
Man, he said I'll start today.
Moses, relax. Let's call him. You understand?
Why is his phone off?
I don't know.
He's your friend, Timothy. Come on.
Hey, he's not my friend. He's an acquaintance.
I don't care. I want my money back.
You talked to him here, one-on-one, didn't you?
Timothy, you're such a thug. Such a thug. Trust me, one day you'll pay for this. You will.
Don't threaten me. Vijana wanametoka na shida na bado wananunua pesa.